I have something that's just kind of a specific question, and I want to ask you, and then I want to kick it over. I'm going to totally put Matt Foss on the spot here in just a second too, if he's up for it. He loves it when I ask him unprompted questions. That's his favorite thing
Love
to do.
it.
It's his favorite thing to do with me. But I'll ask Roger first, so you can just think it out. Roger, you mentioned like the introduction, like the four kind of package areas when you're sort of transitioning to the Cutco kitchen, cookware, flatware, complete accessories. What's your power pitch on accessories? Like it doesn't. I know I'm totally taking you on the spot. It doesn't have to be like a detailed deep dive into the topic, but like even just from the idea of just introducing them to customers, because I think I have cheated myself out of a lot of accessory. I talked about this at a call earlier in the year. I think I've cheated myself out because I've sold so many turn-in serves and can openers and cutting board sets, and I've kind of like cheated myself out of like, oh no, there was an accessory package there that a lot of these people would have bought, or at least I could have been cutting it in half, do the clean out the kitchen drawer set, whatever Luke Mills likes to call it. But I'm just curious, like, give me an elevator pitch, a power intro. How do you promote kind of an accessory package as opposed to just using accessories as things to sell once say you come to a service event, or ways to help you close a different package or program?
Yeah, so for like the accessories, it's just showing them essentially what all comes with the accessories and say, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, like what I've found throughout like my 12-year career is that people have like two or three can openers, they'll have a couple of spatulas, some are broken, some are not, and then they just end up with like a hodgepodge mix match set of accessories and gadgets where they're trying to open their drawer and they just can't because they have to like put their finger in there to try to like open it and close it. Have you guys experienced that? And everybody says, "Yeah, that's me." And it's like what's amazing with Cutco is because it is a one and done investment and everything's guaranteed forever. A lot of our clients will do the accessories to just be able to declutter and essentially downsize to just having one set of gadgets for the rest of your life. So here's what I tell all my clients, Mrs. Jones. If you can see yourself using the majority of these accessories over the next like 5, 10, 20, 30 plus years, price wise, if you guys can fit it in the budget, a lot of people, it's not uncommon to bundle it. So we just have a lot of people that go for it while we're here at the show. I'm just curious, like, is this something you guys might be open to?
Mm, that was fire. That was much better than my accessory package. So Matt Foss, why am I doing this to you? Because I love you and it's funny to me. But I'll just say Matt is I think Matt's just one of our most gifted salespeople when it comes to a package focus, and he just always seems to be able to bring it. I'm just curious, Matt. It doesn't have to be detailed. It doesn't have to sound like his. It can. What is your intro to like an accessory package, or what does that even sound like for you?
I think that is a really important thing to touch on because it's always amazing to me how I'm always surprised by how many people are open to the concept of a complete accessory package when you just show it. But for me, it's basically like, yep, this is our complete accessory program. Ms. Jones, I've been doing this 12 years. I've been in hundreds of homes at this point. And for most people, it's the same pot full of kitchen tools. It's a drawer full of random gadgets that don't work super great, odds and ends for baking barbecue tools. A lot of this stuff is an American made. It's not the best quality. It just kind of clogs up the kitchen. So this is kind of designed so we can help you downsize. Again, I'm not really here to add anything to your kitchen, more to help you kind of downsize and declutter. So what's nice is you get the peace of mind you can clear out all the drawers, get rid of the pot full of kitchen tools, etc., and just have one good set of accessories and gadgets and never have to buy this stuff ever again. So if this is something you guys can see yourself maybe doing eventually, it might be worth it to take a look at what the package looks like. Pretty simple.
That was amazing. Just when you said I'm here to help you downsize by selling you more stuff, that's my favorite because like I 100% see how customers are absolutely on that journey with you, and that made me happy. That brought me joy. I'm gonna start doing this. This may be how we end every call going forward. I'm gonna be like, Carlton, give us a cookware intro. That was fire. Any other notes or thoughts on excelling accessories? This is a weird tangent. I didn't expect this to go on. Matt, any other thoughts you have on just excelling accessories or building value and like, as an upserve, like bacon serve sets or just any of that and stuff?
Well, I think it's really important to have you got to have your 30-second, your 2 minute, your 5 minute, shit, your 10-minute pitch on things sometimes, Can you talk about family program for 7 minutes? Most people might not be able to. I know you can, Brian. You're a beast at it. And I've learned most of my verbiage from you. But it's like, okay, after you have that 30-second or that minute pitch on it, which is basically what I just did, do you know how to sell the crap out of every single item in that package to the point where they're genuinely excited about the barbecue tools that are 18 inches long because you're not roasting your hand over the grill and you could steal your neighbor's patty with the spatula? Like, it's just like silly. It's like you need to know in depth everything about the accessories and be able to go into it if you need to. Now, not everybody's going to need that. But a lot of the time, I think having your really solid pitch for everything that's within the package is key. And I think when it comes to those types of packages that are kind of technically broken out, having a really good kind of value pitch on why they should get it as a package. And even if it's one of those things where like, okay, sure, maybe it's not $700 off, like you're buying a ultimate set, help people understand and realize the value that like they're going to get a lot of these accessories over time. Most of you guys that have been here for 5, 10+ years, how many customers do you have on your client list that have bought a complete accessory package over the course of the last 5, 10 years? I bet a lot of them have gotten that package specifically individually over time and paid a ton for it. So even if they can save a little bit just between price increases and, maybe bonus a couple things out of the set, it's a huge value add for them. So just a couple extra things on that.
I love it. Roger, any other thoughts on gifts and accessories? Because I'm going to peel this off into its own separate little mini video.
Yeah, well, when it comes to gifts and accessories, it's very important to remind the client of like put the recipient of the gift, like try to put them in the shoes of like who's receiving the gift and take them out of the like, oh, you have to spend this much on Cutco to gift them Cutco, because then they say things like, well, I don't love anybody that much, blah 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 blah, and they say all sorts of nonsense. So it's like, hey, can I share with you why Cutco is such a great gift? I know you might not be open to it at first, but here's what I found. And then you explain, anytime customers gift Cutco, because it's very hard for people to go out of their own way and buy high quality knives. I'm 32 years old. If I didn't sell Cutco, I would have no clue what good knives are, what they cost. So what's nice with our product is not so much the knives, but it's the fact that you're gifting them something that they're going to use literally every week for the rest of their lives. And if anything ever chips, cracks, breaks, you can have peace of mind that the gift you gave them, you can send it back and Cutco is going to fix it for free. So if you think about that, I know this knife's like $150, kind of hard to divide it by forever and how often they're going to use it. Cutco is, in fact, one of the greatest gifts that you can give because it's going to be a generational gift that's going to last for decades to come. And they're like, okay, well, that makes sense. I mean, just for fun, can I show you what some people do? Okay, show me.
Amazing. That's fantastic. So I'll put a button on this section. My favorite line with people is just, hey, these are the things people $9 themselves to death at Target, buying them over and over and over and over again, and just sort of painting a picture of the longevity. I use that all the time. But I will say this is also an area, because this has just been top of mind. I'm like, what are $1,000 packages that I could sell if I just tried harder? And accessory packs are one of those that literally now this year I've just been going like, oh, I could be selling more of it if I just tried harder. It's not like I don't know how to do it. I just have to actually be disciplined. But Philip, I want to say, I think it was you, Philip. I apologize. I could be wrong. But, just take credit for it if not. But when he was talking to us a year or so ago about selling Cutco kitchens, he talked about how, like, part of it is just customize the kitchen for them. Like when you're talking about, like if they don't want cookware, it's like, cool, well, you still get the kitchen discount. We can swap the cookware out for an extra flatware chest. Or, hey, we can actually swap out that flatware for an extra set for your lake house. Or, hey, as long as we're getting all these components, you don't have to get, your knife set because you already have it. We could go ahead and get you sets of cookware for all your daughters and your flatware. And so just sort of that thing where it's almost like, and it's funny because the framing is basically like Olean really cares about the number of items that it's like, you got to be these 4, but you're still going to get the Cutco kitchen discount. But I love that framing. And like I said, I think it was Philip that brought that to us, because I've used that for hunting knife packages. And it's almost like it's a whole different level. It's not just like, oh, we'll substitute. It's like, oh, no. We're going to customize it for you. I've used that on accessory packs where they're just like, oh, I don't do this. It's like, oh, great. What everyone does is they'll double up on their favorite, or they'll go ahead and they'll mark that for a gift. Hey, if you did get the accessory pack, pack, who would you give those barbecue tools to? Like who's hard to buy for that's going to be the gift for them. And it's almost like you're just challenging them to come up that answer. And then once they do, they've sort of established for themselves and for you why it makes sense to keep that package together. So I really tried to take what Philip, and like I said, I'm 99% sure it's Philip, what he kind of brought to us with Cutco Kitchens, and just sort of bringing that same concept and energy to other packages. And I've had some really, really good success with it. It was you. See, I thought it was you, Philip. I thought it was you, Tice. That was awesome. Matt Foss, thank you for letting me put you on the spot, homie. I know you're always down for a package deal. Like it's a package, like your eyes light up because you've always got that ready to go.